It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning and welcome to Down on the Corner. I'm Bob Rechtenwald sitting in for Dale Hoffman. Today is Wednesday, just to get the record straight.
Good job.
Keep the record going here. It's Wednesday. Down on the Corner is brought to you by Sears Hometown Stores. Go visit your local Sears Hometown Store here in Mountain Home at 1029 Highway 62 East. Up the hill behind Wendy's, same parking lot as Orscheln's and Sherman-Williams Paint. Been over there lately?
I went by there the other day, and I just got there after they closed. But they've got a store full of stuff. I mean, I know microwaves. You walk in, they got the washer and dryers, the microwave, then the tools, and then the lawn equipment, and they've got Craftsman and Husqvarna. Mm-hmm. And I'm a big Husqvarna fan, so.
And they have quit selling Craftsman lawn tractors.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. The quality is just not the same as they used to be, and JR said not selling junk. So he's leaving that up to the big box store that's in town and let them sell those. But they have brought in the Husqvarna brand, the Husqvarna push mowers, lawn tractors, zero turns. If you want a good one and be able to get it worked on locally, go by and see them and see what they can help you out with. They have a big sale going on at the end of the summer sale. It's no longer the Labor Day sale. It's the end of the summer sale going on until September the 12th. And they can help you out with about anything you need. They are now open again 7 days a week. The hours on Sunday kind of vary. It depends on who's coming into work. But you can give them a call. Call them ahead, 870-425-3191. Give JR a call. If your budget isn't quite ready for a brand new set of appliances, they can hook you up on in-house financing. That's done through Sears Corporate. Or if you really don't want to spend that money and get obligated to a weekly or monthly payment, they do have some used appliances, and they sell those through J&J Appliance Repair, I believe is the name of that. It's JR and his wife. They'll take some in on trade, refurbish them, have them in the back to help folks out that just really can't afford anything brand new at the time.
Let me tell you that anything that he works on, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for years. Mm-hmm. And if there's anything wrong with it, I guarantee he's got it fixed.
So one more time, go by and see J.R. Hightower at Sears Hometown Store here in Mountain Home, 870-425-3191. Coffee.
Is he drinking the coffee?
I think he might have brought his own.
No, he brought his own.
Yeah.
We got coffee over there, nobody drinking it.
We do have coffee. Brewed Awakening Coffee has been a long-time sponsor of the morning show or the Down on the Corner show. 3 locations to serve you. Highway 62 East out by Walmart, 62 West at Balmer Boulevard, in the BRMC lobby. Yes, you will have to be screened before you can go in and get your coffee, but you're going there for a reason anyway, so go ahead and get screened, grab you some coffee, and make that trip up the elevator, go see your loved one. Fresh, fresh, fresh.
It is. They say it's ground within, 24 hours from the time they ship it to them. So.
Yep. Freshly ground, shipped, and they say within 24 hours it's here in Mountain Home and ready to be heated up and served to you. All kinds of flavors. Pumpkin spice is right around the corner.
It is.
They say it's a year-round thing, but you hear more and more and more about pumpkin spice come October.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of people, it's all about the mindset, being in that time. And,
fall.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice and fall. If you like the frou-frou for you, go by and see Brewed Awakening Coffee. They'll fix you up with about anything that you'd like. Brewed Awakening Coffee, Highway 62 West, Balmer Boulevard, BRMC lobby, and Highway 62 East out by Walmart. And now it's time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. 29 locations to serve you, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Been around a long, long time.
They have.
And Mr. Denver Roller and his wife started this, I don't know how many years ago. I'm going to research that sometime. How many years ago they started it. If you don't know where the one is in Mountain Home, take a trip up Highway 5 North. Look for the biggest American flag you've seen in a long time, right-hand side of the road as you're going north, and you'll be at Roller Funeral Home. And now, let's bow for the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for the day that you've given us. It's a nice day. Lord, we just know that you have a plan, that we don't quite understand what's going on with the virus that's affected so many people in our world, especially in our country. Lord, we know that you know what the end is, and we don't. We just have to have faith that everything is going to be all right. Lord, again, we just pray for the people down in South Louisiana, Southeast Texas, Beaumont, Houston, but mainly around Lake Charles, Louisiana, Lord, where they're dealing with power outage. Several of the power plants were destroyed in the last hurricane there, Lord, and they're just trying to get things back to somewhat normal. We just pray that you send your guardian angels in front of them to keep them poll workers safe. And we just pray for all these things in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now...
Oh, no. Hold on.
Dun, dun, dun! The weather!
Can we get a recording or something we can play? And
I can record me doing it. Yeah. I mean, that's
that's
not a problem at all.
That might be a little scary. The weather's brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, Century 21. Retire to Arkansas.net. Give Bob and Linda a call at 870-405-0793. And let's take a look at the White River.
Or the fog thereof.
Or the fog that might be covering the White River.
You can see a little bit of what looks like Cotter Island.
Where? My eyes don't focus that well. Where are you talking about? Yeah. Actually, you can see it.
Yeah.
The fog is lifting rather quickly. We'll check it again when we get
I've
done.
got a still shot. This is what it looks like in the summertime. This is what you should be looking at. And this is what you're
get
looking
today.
at.
There you go. We'll come back and take another look at it in about 5 minutes and see how much it's cleared up in that time. Weather today, the temperatures around the area: Mountain Home 68, Harrison 65, Batesville 67, Salem 64, Calico Rock 68, Flippin 66, Marshall 66, West Plains, Missouri 64, St. Louis, Missouri 67, Poplar Bluff, Missouri 67, Springfield, Missouri 66, and Watford City, North Dakota 32. Warmed up there.
They did?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They can have it.
They can keep a whole bunch of that, right? Let's see here.
Yeah, I forgot. It refreshes like every 10 minutes.
You want to be out here, right? First?
Sure.
That's not where you want to be first?
No, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is some weather happening out there, but take a look the way it's going, Scooter. It's kind of scooting right around us. It's scooting around Missouri pretty much, unless you get up in the northwest.
Get a little bit starting to build up, it looks like.
Yeah, sometime around noon maybe. There's a little bit, something pops up. 1 o'clock. Let's zoom in here to Arkansas. We'll put that in motion.
It is. Just takes a minute to reload it all.
Okay.
Yeah, it's trying. There it goes.
Looks like a few showers popping up around Marion County, over in Boone County just a little bit later, about mid-afternoon. Nothing too much here in Mountain Home, it doesn't look like. What we see pop up down, yeah, some stuff over in Salina, Kansas. Looks like a pretty clear day. What we have in the national weather? Flash flood warnings down in Texas. See this up here, Scooter, up in Wisconsin?
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Snow.
Cold.
Oh. But I don't know. They can have it up there. I don't know.
Got a freeze warning and a freeze warning and a freeze watch up in Minnesota and Wisconsin, in the Dakotas. Denver had some stuff like that going on. Dense fog advisories along the west coast. You know, the part that's the important is Arkansas. We're pretty clear. We've got some dense fog up in Missouri, Springfield, Joplin. Looks like probably all the way over to Rolla. Our 7-day forecast looks like this. Sunny today, high 88. Low tonight, 68, clear. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, and it's 85. Thursday night, partly cloudy, low 66. Friday, partly sunny, high 84. Friday night, mostly cloudy, low 66. Saturday, chance of thunderstorms, 30% chance, 85 degrees. Saturday night, low 65, mostly clear. And Sunday, high 85 and sunny. So we've got a pretty decent week looking forward to. I Drive Arkansas, if you're taking any travels anywhere away from here. A little bit of road construction, different places. What we've got up here in Eureka Springs. Maintenance on Highway 187 in Carroll County. And 1/10 of a mile, a little bit more. And the bridge at Beaver is going to be closed Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 5. So that'll be cleared up tomorrow. MoDOT. The biggest thing to worry about for us in the MoDOT area is if you're going to Springfield, if you're going up 201 North, you might plan on taking a different route. The Lick Creek Bridge is going to be out at least till the middle of the month, probably more toward the end of the month. So if you're going up to Springfield, you're better off going up Highway 65, Highway 5 or Highway 65 up through Branson. Lake levels. Bull Shoals 677.52, which is 18.52 over the full pool of 659. Norfolk 563.92, which is 11.92 over the full pool of 552. Corona? No, I'm sorry. The allergies. Don't know much about those. Do you, Scooter?
Actually,
ever had any?
Yes. I had major allergy problems at one time, but I did those allergy shots and went through the series, and they don't really affect me much anymore.
Cleaned you up. Yesterday was 8.8. Today's going to be 8.7, which is considered medium high. Top allergens are ragweed, nettle, and cenopods. And tomorrow is going to be an 8.6, which is also medium high. Nettle. You ever look up nettle and see? It's pretty nasty, that little bird. Coronavirus. Active cases in the world is 7,015,462. Closed cases, 20,754,804. So total recovered, 19,852,261. Bring it a little bit closer to home. Our numbers are down from yesterday. Statewide, we're at 5844. And locally in Baxter County, we've gained a few. We're up to 30 with 30 active cases. Total positives was 161. Total recovered, 130. And we've had one death. 2,950 negatives. This number over here in Boone County is creeping up some. It's 117 out of active and out of 422 total positives. Marion County is at 8. Fulton County is at 16. Izard County is at 14. And look at this one real quick. Stone County is at 61. Over here at Searcy County, they're also at 16. Every time we hit that one, it changes.
Doesn't like you.
Didn't like that one. Crude oil prices as of the close yesterday, WTI crude is $37.21, which is up 45 cents. Louisiana Light, which is $42.84, which is down $1.17. The Dow Jones yesterday finished at 27,500.89, which is down 2.25%.
Still looking good, though.
Still looking pretty good, and there's probably some hidden reasons we don't know anything about.
There you go. And that gets that part wrapped up. I did want to...
I was going to say, you have a PSA.
Well, I did want to say something about the Z team, because I know we talk about how the MLS, and this week being Monday was Labor Day, we didn't get a full report of what's going on, but I can guarantee it's still just as low as it ever is.
Just like it was, yeah.
Last time I think we had less than 250 homes or right around there that are available in the whole MLS area, and that's Mountain View to Mountain View basically is what it is. And it's one of those things where if you're looking at selling your house, now is the time to give them a call. And and be ready to go, because people are buying them a lot of times sight unseen. I mean, they're going through and just they see it online. And
yeah, they're doing a lot of Zoom. Bob, we had a little bit of time to spend with Bob yesterday, and they're doing a lot of Zoom meetings, and they're doing a lot of Facebook Live walkthroughs and this and that. So if you're, like we've been saying all along, if you're interested in selling your house, or if you think you are, have a garage sale, get rid of some of your stuff, be prepared to start packing up, then call the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793. Before you read that, let's take another look at the White River.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and do the PSA.
It hadn't changed as much as I thought.
I figured it would have changed a little bit, but you can see a little bit of the down in that dark that you know what's supposed to be there.
We can check between one of the breaks later.
We'll do it.
I do got one PSA. This is the Bob Davis Veterans Center. This proceeds for the Bob Davis Veterans Center. They're located at 421 East 9th Street right here in Mountain Home, and they're having a big auction on September 19th, and it'll be from 11:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're doing a live auction, silent auctions, raffles, door prizes. They're going to have food. There's a lot of stuff on the sheet that they've got going on. They got Jeremy Rabe. He's going to be their MC. He's a co-host from the Ozark Fox AM, and he will be doing all their MCing, and it's just going to be a good time. You can get your tickets. They're $20. You can stop by So Unique or Baxter Insurance Company. Get your ticket. Support the Bob Davis Veterans Center.
There you go. One more thing I think we need to make a little bit of announcement about. Friday night here at Bomber Stadium is going to be senior night.
Yes.
If you want to get a ticket to participate live in the stands, you need to get those tickets today or tomorrow at the athletic department at the high school. If you don't know where that is, go into the hangar, which is the high school gym. Stay to your left. You'll see Miss Benita's office there on the left. Go see her. You'll get a ticket, which you'll turn in at the gate when you go in on Friday night. You will not be allowed in the game if you do not have a ticket, and tickets will not be sold at the gate.
Yep.
So, and when you go to this game, bring your face mask and be prepared to social distance, because that's, by state rule, that is what they need to do to keep these games going.
And AAA is watching. I'm just saying that's the big thing. The school's not trying to be picky and stuff like that. AAA's watching this, and they're saying as long as people are abiding by it, things will continue. But people don't, then.
Yep. Again, PSAs and the weather brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-0793. We'll be back in just a minute.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
At
We're back live down in the corner. I'm Bob Rechtenwald sitting in for Dale Hoffman. This morning's guest is Gary Pyszka. Pyszka. The fire marshal for Mountain Home. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Now, you're probably going to get some questions you probably already answered a few times, but I'm the new kid on the block, so we're just going to roll from there. If that's
Sounds
all
good.
right.
We can do it.
How long have you been fire marshal?
I've been 5 years now.
Been 5 years. Mm-hmm. Where did you move to Mountain Home from?
Northern Illinois.
Where at?
LaSalle, Peru, Illinois.
Okay.
It's about 90 miles west of Chicago.
I grew up in Lisle.
Okay. Yep.
Been here since the 7th grade, though. So
I've been here since 97.
I'm a bit of a transplant, so are you now. I mean,
yep.
Good grief.
Best move ever made. Love it here.
Yeah. It's
great place.
Were you able to raise your kids here?
Yes. Yep. They went to school here, graduated here, went to college in ASU in Jonesboro, and one in Arkansas Tech in Murphy. Russellville. I can't remember where it was at.
You had me going for a minute.
Yep,
Where's Arkansas Tech? I know exactly where it is. So the role of fire marshal, explain to the folks, explain to me, what exactly does the fire marshal do?
First and foremost is fire prevention. TV, radio. I do training seminars. If a civic group wants one, we'll just go ahead and set up whatever they want to talk about. Fire extinguishers, home fire safety for the elderly, anything they want, we'll gear something towards what they need. I do the fire prevention in October during National Fire Prevention Week. We have first, second, and third grade that does a poster contest, which is a big deal for the kids. Each grade gets a grand prize winner. It's a $50 gift certificate, so they have a lot of fun doing it.
Do they still do the stop, drop, and roll program?
Oh yes, yep. We have a fire safety house that we bring to Nelson Wilkes Heron during October Fire Prevention Week, and we'll have the second grade go. First grade goes through that. Then the second grade goes through a fire engine. They get to see what the guys on duty use every day and what's on that fire truck for their tools. Kindergarten gets a fire truck, and we're trying to do third grade to get a fire truck there too every year for them to go through. We'll do all the daycares. They have us come out and do a little seminar with their kids, get some fire hats for them. Coloring books, sticker books. National Fire Safety Council solicits for us for donations for all the booklets for Fire Prevention Week. It's thousands of dollars a year that really comes in handy for the kids.
In a year's time, how many people do you think you present those programs to?
Just in Fire Prevention Week, I think last year was 1,500 kids. Of course, plus their teachers and some of the families will come too. But several hundred a year for seminars and stuff like that also. So as many as we can.
Sure.
Yeah.
The fire marshal role, do you attend fires as they come up?
Yes, one of my other jobs is I'm also fire investigator.
Okay.
I do the arson and fire investigation whenever needed. Could be real simple. It could be pretty lengthy. I do 400 full fire inspections for businesses in town, restaurants, churches, large factory. We have over I think 1,200 inspections a year that the full fire department does.
Wow.
The guys on shift, they'll divide the rest of those up into 3 different pages, and they'll take those to the smaller stores and make sure our contacts are correct in case we have a problem with the building, be it a storm or a fire or something. We can get a hold of whoever owns or whoever's the tenant in that building at the time.
So whoever's responsible.
Yep. And then whatever else is needed, I'll like this kind of feeling if I need to. I'm still an EMT. I can just, if they're shorthanded on a day or something and need some help, I'm just there to help too. So.
What is the #1 cause of fire in our area?
Believe it or not, most of it is electrical. Everybody thinks that's funny because you can't figure something out, just call it electrical. Well, for the most part it is. Bad wiring or just a fault, a circuit fault, and most of our outdoor fires are accidental when people are burning their brush or their leaves or grass or something like that, and they leave it unattended. And usually the wind will pick up in the afternoons, and it'll reignite those embers that are buried under the ash, and of course it'll reignite and start going across their yards. So,
what are the rules for burning in the city limits of Mount Home?
Okay, there's a burn ordinance, and the first one is 5 miles an hour of wind or less. No burning in ditches, alleys, or city easements. Make sure you have a way to put the fire out. Garden hose is the best. Bucket of water, whatever. Wet the area down before you start. That way, if it does get out a little bit, it's not going to go anywhere. Daylight hours only. And you can only burn your grass clippings, leaves, or branches or shrubbery clippings. No household trash, no waste, no processed material at all. That's also a state pollution regulation, that nothing processed. So, and it's getting to be that time of year again. Everybody's going to start doing it again.
Yep. I know that years ago when I was on the council, we had a leaf pickup program, and for some strange reason, I guess it was just not cost effective, but people went back to burning their leaves, and they'd burn them in the ditch, and they'd burn them in a pile. And when you say burn in the daylight hours, that doesn't mean start your fire at 4:45 and hope you have it out by dark.
Right.
That means you need to start at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and make sure it's out by 5.
Yeah, that's right. And if it is starting to get dark and it's not all the way burned up yet, just go ahead and put it out. Make sure you wet it down real good, rake it out, put it out. You can always start it again the next day. It'll dry out, and we just don't want it to get going at night and have a problem with somebody else's house or something.
Most fires happen at night?
For the most part, yeah, I think they do. They get going more because there's not a lot of people out, and it doesn't get seen as quick. During the daylight hours, there's people driving up and down roads. Excuse me. If they see a column of smoke, they're on their cell phone. What's going on? There's a fire over here. There's smoke. So there's a lot more people, out during the day, and it's more visible. At nighttime, it just takes longer for somebody to see it or report it. So
we're visiting with the Fire Marshal Gary Pyszka from the Mountain Home Fire Department. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Our family funeral home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
7:33. We're back with Gary Pyszka, the fire marshal for the city of Mountain Home. When you drive around town, Mountain Home seems to have more than one fire station. How many do we have in the city limits?
In the city limits, we have 2. Okay. There's one out on Sunset Drive, which is across from Club Boulevard. Behind the old Burger King. Yep. Okay. Yep. There's a 3-man station there.
Fully manned 24 hours a day?
24/7, yep.
Okay.
Yep. There's 5 downtown, 24/7. Of course, assistant chief and myself and our secretary. But we're getting about out of room.
What is the fire station on County Road 27 as you're going north on 27?
That is our rural district. There's a backup pumper out there and our special response units out there.
Okay. Can you explain to the viewers what is the difference between Mountain Home Fire Department and Mountain Home Rural? How do they work and how do they work together?
We're basically contracted by our Mountain Home Rural to supply fire and EMS to a rural district that's around Mountain Home.
What radius is that?
I want to say it's 36 square miles total. We go to Pigeon Creek on 201 North. We go to County Road was it 30 on 62 East and County Road 390 that goes behind Lowe's and Home Depot.
Okay, so County Road 30 is the
cutoff.
Oakland Church Road there?
Yes, yeah, that's the cutoff. One side's ours, the other side is northeast.
Okay.
Yeah, we go all the way out to Tucker Cemetery Road on 62 West, 201 South. We go to Old Military Road on the east side, and on the west side, I'm sorry. On the east side, we'll go almost to the church on top of the hill on 201 South.
Okay.
So it's a pretty big district.
Okay.
Yep.
The ISO rating for the city, what is it today?
We are a Class 3 right now. Yep.
Okay.
And I think it's 9. I think 9 outside the city if you're so far from a fire hydrant.
But if you're Mountain Home Rural, you
It's the
get
same.
to take advantage of the lesser ISO rating, correct?
I believe so, yes. Yeah. Yep.
And of course, our area is blessed to have a number of volunteer departments around.
Yes. We also have mutual aid agreements with Buford, Clark Ridge, I think Tracy, just all the departments around. If we need them, we call them. If they need us, they call us, and we'll just go and help as whenever needed.
I know the Buford department, they're up to, what, 4 stations now?
I believe so, yeah. They're
built a new one just off of 201 there at County Road 614.
Yep, yep.
You can kind of see it from the road.
Right.
People don't realize what effect those volunteer stations have on their insurance.
Yeah, it helps your insurance a lot, but people don't realize the amount of work it takes for those volunteers to get the training and to keep up the requirements that the state requires. You know, there's a minimum, I think, of 16 hours a year certified courses I have to take through the Arkansas State Fire Academy.
Now, do you train any of those? Do you teach any of those
Yes,
courses as fire marshal?
Yes, I'm also an instructor also, so I'm also on Northeast Lakeside Fire Department, and I assist in their training out there also.
Okay.
Keep them up to certifications.
Does Mountain Home Rural have volunteers too?
We are a combination department. We have 24 full-time on staff, and then we have probably right now 10 to 12 volunteers.
Is that at the city level, or am I getting confused? And
well, we're one end. We're one.
Mountain Home Rural is really just one entity.
Yeah, Mountain Home Rural does not have its own fire department. It's contracted through the city.
Okay, so
we have
when you say you've got 20 plus the volunteers,
yeah, we go in the city and outside the city.
Okay.
So
how hard is it to become a volunteer, and how often do they bring on new ones?
we usually try to bring on new ones once or twice a year. There's 3 classes that has to be taught to be a certified firefighter. Basic firefighter in Arkansas, you have to have intro to firefighting, personal protective equipment. They're both 16-hour classes, and then the next one is taught by Arkansas Forestry, which is wildlands fire training. The first 2, we have several instructors, including myself, that can teach that. We've utilized the training center out in Midway before for that. And like I said, the last one they have to have is through the forestry. So that's just the basic, and that's just a starting point. And from there, sky's the limit. There's specialty trainings, rescue, SCBA training, officer training, EMS training. We're all EMTs now too. That's one of the requirements. So it's a never-ending battle. And once you think you're done, something new will come up. New ways to do things, new strategies or tactics, and then you go on to the next chapter and start those new classes. So it's always something.
With the big facility out at Baxter, does the city of Mountain Home have a hazmat team that?
We do not currently. We did, but we don't right now.
Okay. Special response team. Do we do anything with foam in some of these?
We do have capability of putting foam on fires. We have had them in the past where we had a large dumpster fire that had some rubber product in it that we've utilized the foam. We don't use it very often, but it's handy when we need to use it.
I know we brought in back in the mid-90s. We brought in the first ladder truck here, the taller of the 2, and it was to be able to get to the top of the hospital.
Right.
Since then, I think we've changed that truck.
We still have that 84 102-foot aerial Grumman tower. We have a new one on order. It's going to be a used truck. It's actually still in service, and once they take it out of service, it goes back to the company that has a contract on it. It's going to be 100% refurbished and be like a brand new truck for half the price, and we'll be getting it sometime next year.
That'd be good.
Yeah, we have another, I believe, excuse me, a new tanker on order right now, and that'll replace the 1985 model. We just received a new rescue unit, new medium rescue unit. It replaced the 1998 model. So we've got a lot going on thanks to this public safety tax. It's really, really helping us a lot.
And it also helps the firefighters, the police officers. That gives them a lot more resources than what we've ever had, for sure.
Yep.
I don't mean this to be a Scooter thing, but what's the worst fire we fought here ever? Since you've been here.
We've had a couple bad ones though. We had an O'Reilly Automotive fire there on Main Street. Oh God, that's probably been what, 10, 12 years ago? It's been a long time. We had a pretty large one. It used to be the European House on 5 North. And that was probably even longer ago, and it was very cold and slippery that night. Of course, at the Old Time Restaurant on the square.
That was a cold and slippery night.
Yeah, we were very concerned about.
I had to be rated up there somewhere.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to start with that. I'm sorry.
That's all right. But rate me wherever you need to.
We were concerned about fire spread that night and trying to contain it at least to one unit, and not 3 or 4. But.
Well, you have to say, Scooter, that though it was devastation for you and your family,
it was.
That fire could have been a whole lot worse than what it was. If it would have got into either side of the building.
When I got there, the first thing the mayor said to me is, "We're probably going to lose this whole strip."
Yeah,
that was the mindset. It was that big of an inferno burning.
It was,
and to contain that was going to be an act of God almost.
Yeah, well,
but you guys did a great job.
A lot
amazing things happened that night to make that possible. A lot of amazing things that the firefighters did.
Yeah, there's a lot of dedicated firemen that came to the.
Yeah,
and there was 2 ladder trucks at that fire.
Yes, we have an aerial ladder. It's a 75-foot ladder with a waterway on it, and also our 102-foot tower that's got the waterway on it. So we put a lot of water on that as quick as possible, and to keep it contained, and that's one of the reasons why. But being a 1984 truck, it's has its quirks once in a while. There's a little bit of maintenance issues with it once in a while, so that's one of the main reasons why we're going to be upgrading. Just a little better technology and a little bit newer truck.
Are both ladder trucks stored downtown, or are they one up on Sunset and one?
The 75-foot ladder is downtown, so it could be utilized more for larger residential fires, also structure fires, and whatever else needed, commercial and that. So then the 102-foot tower is at Station 2. We're just kind of trying to jockey trucks around to make them fit as best as possible. We're just getting running out of room.
Is there any talk about building a 3rd station anywhere?
Not at this time. They're maybe looking at redoing Station 2 somewhere, or making it a little bigger, or whatever we need to do.
Revamp it a little bit.
Yeah, because that house, I think they opened that station in 1995, and it only has 2 bays, and we had a lot less trucks back then. We're just got a lot more, vehicles than we used to. So,
yep. I want to talk a little bit more when we come back from this next break about flue fires.
Okay.
And some different things like that. We'll go ahead and take the 7:45 break at 7:44.12, and we'll be back in just a minute.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pickup orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
We're back live. We're speaking with Gary Pyszka, the fire marshal for the City of Mountain Home. Before we took off and went on the break, I mentioned flue fires. Is that a very common thing anymore, and what can people do to prevent that?
Yeah, it all depends on the weather. You know, it's getting that time of year. It's going to start cooling off, and people are going to think about, you know, getting their fireplaces going, their outside wood furnaces going, you know, wood inserts, gas, electric, whatever. That would be a good time to get your heating unit serviced. You know, get it before it's too late or before you need to use it. Make sure there's no problems with them. Because even a gas furnace that are very, very economical and safe, you know, could be a chance of a bird nest or something in the chimney. So just make sure you get them serviced. Check that, make sure they're good. If you have a wood burning unit inside your house, make sure you get your chimneys cleaned.
How often should people do that?
They say at least once a year, and then if you burn a lot of wood, probably twice a year.
But not every other year. It needs to be done every year.
It should be done every year. That way they can check for cracks and make sure not just the buildup, but cracks, problems with that. Make sure you burn good dry wood, seasoned wood in your inside fireplaces. That minimizes the buildup of the creosote and ash inside the chimneys. I know a lot of people have the outside wood burning furnaces, but they're capable of burning green wood also. There's no inside chimney to worry about if something happens.
So is there any way, keep your chimneys clean for sure, but if a flue fire starts in a home, is there anything the homeowner can do to start to snuff it out before the fire department gets there? What's the best way to deal with that?
Best thing you can do is just go ahead and close the damper on your fireplace. You know, close the vents and the damper and let it die down, and that way it won't keep feeding the fire as much. And just give us a call, and we'll usually what we'll do, we'll get on the roof, and if it's not too bad, we'll just sit there and watch it, let it go out. We really don't want to put water on it for the simple fact that you've got hot clay tile in your chimney, and if we put water on it, there's a chance of it cracking those tiles.
Start popping.
Right. So the best thing we can do is just to dampen it down at the time. We may put a little water in the firebox and try to get it put out and get some of the wood out so we can start cooling it down.
Mm-hmm. What's a telltale sign that you have a flue fire? Is there any way that a homeowner?
You could probably see a lot of ash and embers and possibly even flames coming out of your chimney at the top.
And just starve it for oxygen, and it'll help it calm down.
It'll slow it down until we get there. Yeah. Yep.
What about burning pine and pine needles and stuff in the fireplace?
Fireplaces are usually designed for hardwoods only. The more softwoods, pine and stuff like that, is going to have a lot of sap in it, and it's going to create a lot more creosote and ash in your chimney. So it's best not to burn that kind of stuff.
Yeah, stay away from the pines, the pine needles, the pine cones. You know, great fire starters. Pine cones.
Oh yeah, they are.
But
pop and crackle and all that kind of stuff.
Sounds good. A little sexy, but yeah. Cedar's probably not a good thing to burn.
No, it throws a lot of ash and spark also. So it's best not to use that in your inside furnaces. Is
a flue fire a very common thing in the city?
I think we had one last year. Of course, it was a pretty bad one. We did lose the house on that one. But they're not as common as they used to be. People are taking care of their chimneys more and just paying more attention, using drier wood, hardwood, stuff like that.
Have the fireplace manufacturers gotten sophisticated enough where they've got a suppression system in them?
Not that I know of yet. No. It's a good idea though. It really would be.
You look on the internet and you see these firefighters, and they've got these balls of things they throw into a dumpster and it puts the fire out. What is that, a hoax? What is that?
We do have some product. It's basically powder from a fire extinguisher that is either in a ball or a plastic bag that you can actually throw down in the chimney and helps put it out a little bit.
But nothing really that will put out a 20-ton dumpster in one throw.
No.
A little bit far.
It's a myth.
A little
bit of a myth.
There you go. When we're talking about fire suppression, does your department inspect these suppression systems in restaurants, or is that something that's done outside of the contract?
They're required to be serviced. The suppression units in hood systems in kitchens of restaurants and stuff like that excuse me, are required to be serviced twice a year, so every 6 months. And I go in and inspect to make sure the tags are current. Same thing with the fire extinguishers in any business. They have to be inspected once a year or serviced once a year. They'll put new tags on them. I check the hood systems, make sure they're not too dirty, don't have a lot of buildup on them, because they can take those filters out and clean them and put them back in. And every so often you have to required to have the whole hood pressure washed. And there's companies that do that too. Just like there's fire extinguisher companies that come around and do the required annual service on those.
But the annual inspection and service of the fire extinguishers themselves, that is not a project for the fire department. That is something that's done from an outside firm.
Yeah, that's an outside business that does those. There's several in the phone book, or you can find them online. Or
are you required to use the one that just happens to show up at your business, or can you?
You can pick anyone.
Hire your own.
You can pick anyone you want, as long as they're certified and have an Arkansas license. They're allowed to service them and check them in Arkansas. Same thing with sprinkler systems. A lot of the buildings we have now, larger buildings, have sprinkler systems in them. They're required once a year to have service. And then every 5 years they have to have an internal test. They just have to take one of the sprinkler heads out and check the inside of the pipe for corrosion, stuff like that.
The fire extinguishers that you buy at pretty much any box store, you can buy a fire extinguisher. Let's say a home of 1,500 square feet. How many fire extinguishers should they have, and where should they be placed?
You should have at least one on each floor. If you have an inside, attached garage, it's a good place to have one too, because you're storing your paint thinners, your gas cans, your lawnmowers usually in there. We've had lawnmowers catch on fire from shorted out wire and stuff like that. So at least one on every level would be good.
Okay. Years ago, I remember the fire department had a smoke detector program. Do they still have such a thing, and how does somebody check it?
Yes, we do. We still have a smoke detector program. I buy about 150 a year. I was able to get a Walmart community grant, which they're very gracious to help us out on those. Just call us. If you're in our response area, just come on down the station. We can fill out a piece of paper with your name and address on it and give you whatever you need. And if you need help putting them up, we can even help install them.
Only city limits of Mountain Home, or
city limits
in the service area?
In our rural district also, yes.
Do you recommend to homeowners that burn natural gas or LP gas, either one, do you recommend them to get a CO2?
Yes. They have
a smoke detector with a CO2 sensor?
Yeah, they have combination ones now also, and they also have ones that just plug directly into an outlet of your house with the battery backup. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend having those if you have any gas appliances.
What is the importance of having one? Of course, if you're going to have a battery-powered one, make sure you change those batteries how often?
At least once a year, but check them twice a year.
Okay.
Yep.
Push the little test button.
Push the little test button, make sure it works.
How important is it to have one that has a LED light on it?
There's a lot of them out there that have strobes on them also for the visually impaired. There's some louder ones for hearing impaired. There's several different kinds of products out there for that.
When your house is full of smoke, is that light really going to help much?
It should be able to notify you quicker. Yeah. Another thing we talk about with smoke detectors is home safety fire drills. We preach that a lot to the kids. That's in school. They have fire drills at school all the time. They spend a lot more time at home than they do at school. So we try to have the parents, grandparents, draw out a fire safety plan. How are you going to get out of your house if your main door is blocked with fire? Always have a secondary route out, and have a meeting place. Don't everybody just run out and not know where everybody's at. Make sure everybody gets out of the house and they meet in one spot, like the front of the house, by the the road, the mailbox, anywhere that everybody's all in one spot. So when we get there, we know everybody's out of the house. Then we can go ahead and start fighting the fire. So.
Go back to the Mountain Home rule real quick. We've got a couple minutes left. How effective are these? You'll see, especially if you go up across Pigeon Creek, you'll see these ponds that have a feeder tube that you can pump into. How effective are those?
They're pretty good. It saves them a lot of time from running to the lake or running through their nearest hydrant, if they even have a hydrant in their district. They train with them a lot. They blow them out and make sure they stay clean. And
do we have very many of those in Mountain Home Rural?
I think we have. There was one on Hicks Road at the creek. I don't know if it's still there or not, but I think we've got three or four of them.
Yeah, like you said, it has to save a bunch of time, so you don't have to drive in and
Right.
refill or do a shuttle.
Right. We're fortunate that we have our district, even in the rural district, we have a lot of hydrants. And well, like I said, with mutual aid, we've got tankers coming from, if it's a good fire, a working, residential structure fire or something, we've probably got tankers coming from two different departments. And some of their tankers in the rural, they're pretty large. So we have a good working relationship with the volunteer departments around us.
We've got about 45 seconds left. When is Fire Awareness Month or Prevention Month?
Fire Prevention Month is October. I think it's the second full week of October. Like I said, we'll be doing a lot with the schools. Any civic organization needs or wants a seminar or any kind of program, just let us know. We can tailor it to whatever they need. I know COVID has put a stop to a lot of that right now. We haven't been able to do as much as we'd like. So just call us and we'll do what we can.
Gary, we appreciate your time. Thank you for coming in this morning to visit with us. Scooter, you got anything real quick?
No, I'm good.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.